people that put the garbage out and don't pay, they're not going to be able to do that anymore. So if you have neighbors that are really poor and they only have one little bag, maybe you would like to get together with them and offer them to, to help them out. And that's where neighbors can help neighbors in Brookridge. And we just have to, and Dave, the only thing we can do is let the process start and then evaluate it as a community and see if we can help people in the community.
Gail, I thank you for that. I have already watched the video of how to position the can. You might as well prepare yourself for cans sitting in the street.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of lots in here that they will not sit on the lot. So it's something you're going to face, and I'm sure somebody's going to be getting it.
And we all totally agree with you. But that's where the county has ruling over the HOAs. Thank you. Next.
Gary Owens, Unit 3. This is not a complaint. This is just a little heads up. About, I'm guessing 3 months ago, I noticed my water bill was exactly the same amount as the one before. Not a penny difference. But that's kind of unusual. Usually it's, 20 cents or something. I didn't think any more about it. All of a sudden I see this guy in my front yard digging in my meter box. So I went out and I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Well, your meter isn't reading." Well, there's a battery in there. I didn't know that. And this battery is out. So when the guy goes by, nothing transfers to the truck. He's driving, he's going to lunch, he could care less about my lot. Anyway, I got a bill this month and a letter. And it said, "Guess what? Your meter hasn't been read in 4 months." So I don't know if they did this on purpose, send me this bill in December, right around Christmas time. But my normal bill is like $42. We don't have company, we don't do much different. This month's bill is $145. So I know I owe the money, I use the water, but I'm just saying, if you notice your bill is exactly the same month after month, you might call them. Are they going to come out that day? Probably not. But anyway, just be kind of aware, especially around Christmas time, because you might get that bill from county for the Christmas present.
Gary, thank you for that information. I didn't even know about that. Okay. Do we have anybody else? Mr. Jim, he always likes to come over here. But, yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah, and now we know. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Jim's been standing here for about 10 minutes. Whatever. Okay.
Jim Snyder, Unit 4, RV Chairman of the committee. I take offense to you, Vivian, for saying what you say. You're going to threaten people now not to put money into our account. That's what you said. You're going to go out and spread rumors now.
Be careful, people. Excuse me. Let's have decorum. Okay, no, you can state your case, but we don't want to go back and forth. Speak to the audience.
Right,
okay.
there is a reason we asked for $20. We have put in, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 brand new LED lights. We have gotten cameras. We need more now because some of them are gone. That is the reason. And you had attended our meetings. We had one in April and one in October. Nobody said anything at the October meeting. Put up the 25 people who were here said it's okay to donate money. I didn't oppose it or anything. I figured we want to keep the community looking good. Let's do it. It's only $100. It's not $1 million. And as far as the rest of the money goes, we have enough in there to better that compound as good as we can for the safety of the people who are in there. And that's the only reason I've been doing it for 15 years. And if somebody else wants to take it over and do it, fine. I'd be glad to sit down for a while, because my legs and my back are killing me. But I'm still out there with compound people every second Wednesday of the month for the walks and things.
Thank you, Jim.
And I have Leah. And then I got.
One brief.
Leah, if you could just state your name and your unit number, please.
Leo Benoit, Unit 4. Little confused. On November 28th, I drafted the letter to court. I hand-delivered the letter November 29th. I have heard nothing back.
Are you asking me a question? Are you asking regarding that?
Why was the letter not presented at the meeting?
Linda was not here, so she needs to do it. Otherwise, the letter that you sent, the first part of the letter was regarding your resignation at the meeting. At that time, we had already spoken with the attorney who said that you are no longer a board member. We accepted that resignation. The other part of that will be read at a Wednesday night meeting, but I will say that most of what you had suggested is what we do here, which is evident about everybody has a chance to say their piece. If there is a question that we need to have more information on, we have done this consistently for the last 3 years. Anybody who comes in here and asks this question, the next meeting or the next, like it might be next Tuesday meeting, or if it's a Wednesday night, it comes to the next Wednesday meeting. Every single person that has come up here and has written letters, I have personally spoken with, the Blairs included, and where'd this lady go? She left. But oh no, there you are. We met, right? Did we meet? Yes, yes. I met with 3 other people. After every meeting, I speak to every single person that comes up here that has an issue that I feel that I need to get more information from them. I have been fair, and that is basically what your letter had stated. The letter will be read at the next meeting. It came after the agenda was set. The agenda was set on Wednesday. That came after, I got it on Friday. It was stamped on the 30th. It was not stamped before the 30th. It was stamped on the 30th. So I'm not...
I don't want to cut you short, but I believe you answered the question. It came in too late.
Yes.
It will be read at a later time.
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
No, 3 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, but that was your 3 minutes. That was
Leo.
your 3 minutes just now.
Leo, we are going to keep with our decorum. You said I answered your question. You told me that you don't know why it wasn't read today. I told you it came in on Friday. That was your question.
You talked to 3 minutes. You want to silence me for 3 minutes of your talk.
Leo, if you keep your demeanor and you be respectful, then you can speak. If you be respectful, you may speak.
Let me speak.
You can have a few more minutes. You go ahead and speak. He has the time.
We're going to pretend that this is wall 6, and we're going to do the restart on that wall. So I think you all know the dance, so
confused about applicants for members of the board. I signed a form for the next election. I don't want people deciding for me whether I run for the board or not. I want my application left as an applicant to be a board member. That's all.
Okay. We will check the legal opinion. The legal opinion said that you had taken you said it at a public meeting.
If I cannot use the application that's there, I will go to the office now and apply again. It would be a lot simpler if you just left the application there. If you want it complicated, I'll get complicated.
Please use a regular voice. We have the opinion from the hold on,
That's
please.
the current one.
Please do not speak out of line.
Bye.
For the board and for our residents, we have an opinion, but we will double check on if somebody wants to put a new application in. We'll tell you that
Here's my information.
that the nominating committee has guidelines, and there are guidelines for residents they have to be, there are certain criteria. It's not because you like or not like somebody, it has nothing to do with it. There are certain criteria, and since Mr. Benoit has asked to have his application resubmitted, we will check with the attorney on that. Thank you. Can you please put that on the notes? Okay. I saw, yes.
Can you hear me?
Is the green light on?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just gotta keep it up.
Okay. So it's Nancy Barnett, Unit 1. And my first meeting was last Wednesday that we had a meeting. I'm just gonna give you my opinion, what I saw.
I'm sorry, Nancy, could you just give your unit number?
Unit 1. The interaction that I saw between the board and the person that just left, what you were saying about how he was, I had no idea who you were talking about. I asked the lady next to me, which I thought was very rude. And I said, who the heck is she talking about? When I found out it was a board member that you were speaking about, I was appalled. The reason how his actions were, I would have done way worse than that. I don't think that was called for on your part or the board's part. When you have a member on your board, you treat them with respect if you want respect back. I didn't see that. And I'm just bringing that up, that I think that was totally wrong. With him coming up here and talking in front of you, yeah, he had 3 minutes and you spoke for 3 minutes. You gave him another chance. He had to compose himself. And you don't let people do that. You know how he is. He seems a little where he gets very emotional. And I can see that with him. But give him a chance. I thought, even though you spoke with the lawyers, I thought your resignation had to be in writing. So apparently it doesn't. Now, if he puts his letter back in, do we get a chance to vote for him, or is that up to you?
Okay. Nancy, thank you. And I will answer your question fully. Okay. The reason for my statement at the last meeting, for 8 months, Mr. Benoit has a different way of thinking about finances. For 8 months, I asked him to come forward because we don't do things in private. Since this board has been around for the last 3 years, we don't have to follow the sunshine laws, but I'll tell you right now, This board explains everything. We don't do anything in private. I have emails from Mr. Benoit this much asking him, please bring your ideas forward. He refused. He wants to take the reserve money and he wants to have a broker or a financial planner work with your money. The only way that every homeowners association and condo association, at least in the state of Florida, works, when you have a pile of money, there are only 4 ways that you can, there's only 4 places you can put it. You can put it in a savings account, a checking account, a CD, or a money market account, because all of those are FDIC approved and your money is always protected. Mr. Benoit, and I will say this quite clearly, I have every single email plus attorney's discussion reminding him every time that you do not play with people's money. Low risk is not no risk. That he has pursued this and would not take it to the board as an agenda item, which I asked him every single month. He insisted that the board, because bylaws are only guidelines, which they are not, by the way, they are voted on by all of you. He wanted to backdoor and come up with a financial committee that he was going to speak with his broker about and have a financial planner and a financial broker. And as a courtesy, maybe have the board, the general manager. I have those emails. It was my duty to let the people of Brookridge know that he refused to come forward. And when he made that statement in February, in public, at a candidates meeting, saying that Brookridge and the board of directors was playing with your money and he was going to get to the bottom of it. Since the day that he was elected, I have worked constantly with Mr. Benoit. He never had an outburst like this. We worked together. And he is using the skills that he now has to go and spend your money. That is against the law. That is against the state statute. And if we did that, the state would be on us like bees on honey. And okay, so what you see in public, and the reason I didn't give his name first is because it was, if I had said his name first, nobody would have heard what had happened. And I had to, that was the only way that I could do it to help the people understand what has been happening behind the scenes for the last 8 months. I could not, and I'll tell you people, John and I made this decision in October, and I couldn't tell anybody because of the ongoing with Mr. Benoit. And I'm saying it publicly, I have said it to him to his face, I've said it to him, and I would not do anything to get myself in trouble, or this board, or Brookridge, or any of you. You might not all like me, and I know that. Some of you like me, some of you don't. But I want you to know that since the day that I came into office, we made a pledge that there are no more exceptions. We play by the rules, and that it didn't happen before, and there were gimmies, and if people complained, they were let off the hook. Unless you have a really good reason, we do give exceptions, but not because somebody's gonna be sitting here crying, like somebody did at the last Tuesday morning meeting, and everybody felt bad for him, and I got so many letters because this poor disabled vet, well, I know who it is now, and he was not being truthful.
I'm done with that.
Okay, so I want you to know,
I
understand,
have something else.
yeah, but I just want you to understand that is the reason
So
why.
the next thing is that when you're talking about things, you're talking about rumors. Rumors are gonna be around no matter what.
Mhm.
So I don't really know why we're discussing them unless somebody here asks you a question. You said you got a letter or you got a phone call from somebody.
Yes, and
Why
when
is
it's,
that? I just don't understand why that's discussed because it's a phone call.
It's-
It could have been
it's
a
a-
rumor from him too.
well, I know who started it. I was able to know and why I do the rumors is because they tend to fly. And I
Rumors
want,
are always gonna fly.
yeah, but,
When you take on a rumor, then you're helping them with the rumor. If you have somebody here that says, oh, I heard this, I'm really concerned about it,
mhm,
well, then you've got everybody here. When
yeah.
I get a phone call from somebody about a rumor,
It depends, I get a lot of rumors, a lot of gossips,
right?
but when they can hurt Brookridge, that's when we just let them know.
Done.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Okay, then I would venture in motion.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, Ken, Ray, this meeting's over, thank you.